Alright, let's do it. Let's do a quick 10-minute game. Let's go. Let's go. So we're on black. It's David at 10.99. He's played e4. I might just respond in kind with e5 back. Let's go from there. Looking to learn, looking to get better at the game. He's gone with a knight to attack my pawn. That doesn't defend his pawn. That's the one that attacks my pawn. I think what I'll do is I might respond in kind, actually. I'll do the same thing. Also the knight. He might go for the trade, and then I'll trade and go from there. So now he's brought in his pawn to attack my pawn. If I take it, his knight can take. Or he could bring out his queen. So what do I want to do now that he's done that? I feel like ordinarily I would develop my bishop. But if I develop my knight here, if he does take, he's got two attackers and I'd have one defender. I don't really like that idea. I could attack that, and then he doesn't have anything that can do anything about it. But I don't know if I like that position too much. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I think I won't develop. I do want to develop my bishop and just castle, but I won't do that. I think I'll take this and just see how it pans out, because I like the sort of more central position for the knight there. I knew he'd do that. Now I'll bring my bishop out. I'll just sort of ignore that guy for now. It doesn't provide any kind of defense for my knight. I don't like it. That does. But he can bring his queen out and I can't do anything about it. Don't like that idea. Bring my knight out. See what he does. He's moved his bishop out one. Now, he obviously wants to attack my knight, which I could move. I don't really want to keep moving my knights around all game though. There's not much I can do though. I can't like directly attack that. I could go out here and sort of check him, force him to move something, be his pawn or whatever. But I don't actually get the point of that move right now. It's an empty threat. I think maybe moving out the way to here is a better idea. He doesn't have anything that can attack that, I don't think. He could come down and take that. I don't think he would. It seems a little silly. So he's got his pawn attacking this, and his knight is guarding that, so I'm not going to capture there. I don't want to have to move this pawn, but I think I'm going to have to. No, I don't actually. I can defend it with my knight. I can defend that with my knight. I can block him. I'll block him. We'll see what happens. We're just trying to learn. Play through a game, then I'll go through the analysis and sort of see how he went. I do suck at this game. I do suck at chess. So now he's moved his bishop down to b5, trying to put pressure on here. He's pinned my pawn to my king. I can't really do a whole lot about that guy. And that one I can't move because his bishop will come down. Now, I'm not overly concerned about this bishop here. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Though he could come down to here and maybe do something. I can't move anything there, though. I think I'll scare his bishop away, which won't scare it because of that pawn, but I'll just take, I guess. Yeah, I should have thought that one through a little better. I've got a pawn there. If he moves his bishop there, I don't know what I'm going to do. He's still applying the same pressure. I feel like I've sort of screwed something up big time here. Now he does have this pawn under attack with his bishop, and that's pinned. But if I move my rook, that's still pinned, but that won't die at least. I want to see if he goes here, what happens? If he goes there, I have to take. Okay, I'm relatively safe there, I think. Let's just see what he does. Okay, so he's castled. So now I need to stop this situation somehow and get out of here. So how am I getting rid of that guy? I can move my pawn up to attack it. I can move my bishop up. If I move my rook up, it might scare away his bishop and he can just sort of back off. But then you just back off somewhere up there and I'm just wasting my time. I could block that and then seek to move at another point in time. My position here feels absolutely atrocious. Now he's moved. He's got my rook in under attack again. I could drop my knight to there. Then he just comes back down here. No, he wouldn't. He'd die. I think I like this idea. That blocks him. It doesn't apply any kind of threat on anything, though. This applies a bit of a threat. Now, that applies a little more than threat, I think. I don't know. I don't actually want my rook out already. I don't like where this game's going. I do not like where this game's going. I'll have to go through the analysis. I want to see, like, I messed up hard in the opening. And now we're paying the price for it, boys. We're paying the price. So he's moved his bishop. I knew that he'd just sort of mess around with that sort of thing. That is still under attack. Is that a bad move? Is that a bad move? He could take my bishop. No, he couldn't. That's the wrong line. Nothing happens there. I think that's an okay move. I've got 3 attackers on that spot. He's got 2. I think that's okay. I think that's an okay move. He's moved his knight in. So what's that attacking? Attacking my rook and my pawn. And can he put me into a check at all here? No. If I go here, I'll tell you what, I don't like any of the moves that I'm like able to do at the moment. I mean, check there. Nice. Love it. Move my knight over here. I think his knight could take there. Take, I don't know. Doesn't seem all that wise to me. So he's got my... He's got my queen. I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. Absolutely destroyed. What can I do about it? He's not under check, so... Just take it. I'm absolutely going to get checkmated any second now. This is just a terrible game. Terrible game. From me. Like, every move this guy does, I just can't do anything about it. Yeah. I feel like I screwed up earlier. And there's nothing I can do back here. It doesn't have anything in check there, though. He could just go there and keep me in check. But I can take with my rook, I guess, and then he can take it, and I can't kill it, I can't get it back. Yes, I can, knight, okay. If I do that with the knight, it lets him move down. But I'm not sure what better option. I could take with the rook, but he's like the more valuable piece. I don't know if that's the best to take with at the moment. Yeah, we'll have to see. Okay. I don't understand the point of that move there. I might take his bishop. Now his rook's got me in check. Can I? That will protect it. Why can't... Oh, right, okay. I could move there. And then he can do what? What can he do? He doesn't really get anything for free there, I don't think. I think he could take... No, he can't take that. Can't take that, my rook. He can't take that, my rook. Okay, he's brought his knight out. What can I do now? What can I do here? If I go there, that's just free for him. If I go there, he can take my knight. I don't like that. I'm not entirely sure what my best move is here. Not entirely sure what my best move is here. I moved that pawn up kind of in hopes of something happening. I don't exactly know what. I want to get rid of this. I need to get rid of that, obviously, but that's, you know, I can't get to that yet. Now my bishop can be attacked. No, I can't. My rook. Okay. If I do that, his rook can come down and I cannot kill it. There's nothing. I don't have any other moves. What can it get if I do that? It can get my bishop. I'm going to do it, and his rook's going to come down, and then I don't know exactly what I'll do from here. I think I'll threaten that. If he takes, I can take. I think he can kill that for free. Good times. If I go there, he just comes, and then he's just ahead. What do we want to do? What do I want to do? We'll see. I've moved my bishop out here in hopes of dropping my rook up here. Then I can come and take his rook with my bishop. Maybe I can get back in the game. If I can get rid of his rook, or both of them, his queen, I get back in the game. See, he's just completely put an end to that idea. Okay. What can I do? What can I do? If I go there, he just takes it. It's just a free take. Go there, he just takes it. Get there, they're all just bad moves. I don't like any of these moves. If I go there, that's completely free. If I go there, it's not entirely free. He could take, but I've got a couple that can take it back. I'm running really low on time here, so I need to play a little quicker. Let's see what he does. This is just a terrible move on my part. Absolutely terrible. What can I do here? I can keep him in check. Just kind of keep annoying him. Then he can go there and sort of escape this whole situation. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? He'll kill that if I do anything like that. Now I'm in check. I'm 100% getting checkmate any second now. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually missed some already. He's moved his rook down. He's definitely going for some shenanigans. I think he can just... Can he just... Yeah, I'm sort of not looking too crash hot here. His rooks come down. Okay. I'm definitely low on time here. I don't know how. I'm just going to lose on time. But I think he could have checkmated me ages ago. He's just going to go there. I don't know why it takes so long. Like, why wouldn't you just go there? If I go there, I'm not in a good position. Sort of blocked in here. I think if I went there, I'd be in an even worse position. I wouldn't be able to come out this way, and he could just move up here and end the game there. Yeah. I can't even get it there. That was just dumb. That was a dumb move. I can't even do anything about that. I think if he goes there, I just lose, don't I? No, I can move my pawn up, but he can kill it. Okay, what can I do? If I go here, he's got two that can just kill it there. It's not good. We'll see. I'm out of time here. Checkmate. The end. Now let's do the analysis and see what happened. I was going to lose anyway. That was, even if I ran out of time, I was dead. I was 100% dead there. Let us have a look at the analysis. Just wait for this. Let's go back here. So, look at that. 3 blunders. Terrible. Terrible. 5 inaccuracies. Just terrible. E4. So he led with E4. I responded with E5. Let's get the arrows up. I want to see him. He's gone F3. Says my next best move is to go to F6, which I did. Okay. I did the right thing there. His next best move. Then he pushes D4. It says my best move here is to take his knight, which I did. Okay. And then he takes with his pawn. It says my best move here was to actually pull my bishop out. I think I considered that for a bit. But I didn't know what it would accomplish. I still don't. Like, if my bishop's there, what does it accomplish? It attacks there. I don't know. I don't get the point of that. Okay. It could go there. And then my knight's actually protecting that. So he can't. He's in check and he has to do something about that. But I don't know what. It'd just bring his... What would it do? It'd bring his king down? It'd just put his king there, and then he can't castle. So I should have done that. Okay. I should have pressured that, because my knight was already here. Right. I understand now. But I didn't do that. I brought the knight out to C6. Says that was an inaccuracy on his part. What was? He should have moved one spot more, one spot further. I guess that was him just... I don't understand why, really, but... Then I moved to C5, which was actually my best move, okay. He's gone to G5. And that's where he put pressure on that. And I blocked it with my knight, but I should have blocked it with my bishop. Why? Probably because my bishop can actually attack it back. Which means it's got to disappear. And it can't just stay there. Look at that. So his bishop gets to stay there because I blocked with the wrong piece. Okay. Here it says his best move is to bring his knight out, but he brought his bishop out and put pressure. He pinned my pawn to my knight there. It says I'm supposed to move my H pawn up to threaten the bishop. So the engine wants me to get rid of this bishop. Definitely wants me to get rid of that bishop. And I brought a pawn up, but it was the wrong one. I just completely forgot about this guy. And then he took. I retook, and then he took back, and I'm in the basically the same position as I was before. I'm just at a disadvantage. Oh, I did the right move. Pulling the rook out. Yeah, okay, because it was under attack, obviously. Then he's castled, which wasn't his best move. It says he should have went there. What would have happened if he went there? That's attacked. That's a good spot anyway. That's just a good spot for him. He's got... Yeah, that's a good spot for him. That's a really good spot for him. Okay. That's not what he did. He castled. I brought my pawn up, which was my best move. Why was it my best move? I'm not too sure. Oh, to stop this pin. Okay, so at least some of my thinking was on track. He's retreated his bishop, and then I moved my rook up, which... There's a little grey arrow here, so I'm guessing it was like, what, the third best move, maybe? The right move would have been to move my pawn up to D5, but that didn't happen. I moved my rook up. Then he should have retreated with his bishop, which he does. He retreats with his bishop, but he keeps that same angle, so my knight's still pinned to the queen. And then I actually did the best move there. I moved my pawn up. Then he moved his knight in, which wasn't any of the moves that have come up on the engine. He should have moved his bishop, but he's moved his knight in. Was there a way for me to capitalize on that? If that wasn't a best engine move, what could I have done better then? So it says he should have retreated his bishop there, or there, or there. He definitely should have moved his bishop, but he didn't. He moved his knight. He moved his knight to threaten my rook, which scared me away from taking that bishop on this turn. Because I figured the rook's more valuable, so I had to save the rook. So since he's done that, then I move the rook, then he can move his bishop. And then he's got a knight in the center area. Whoa, no, he came down with the check on the queen, with the queen. Okay. Which was his best move too, look at that. And then it says I should have blocked it with my knight, which I did, and then his bishop comes and takes my queen, which is exactly what happened. Then I moved my king. Why did I move my king instead of taking his knight? To take his bishop. I guess I had a couple of choices. I could have taken the knight, the bishop, or this bishop. I guess I took it as a revenge thing, because that's the bishop that took my queen. Then he's kept me in check with his queen, and I blocked it with my bishop, which was the right move. Then he's brought his knight down and put me in check, which it says was the best danger move again. I moved my knight away. He moved his knight back over there, and I did the best move there. He drops his queen down, which says it's his best move. Why is that his best move? Just to pin the bishop? Or to get this piece because it's just hanging? I guess there's a few reasons. Because he can't take that, my rook could take it. That does keep this guy pinned. I can see there's okay. And then I didn't do the best move here. I should have taken it with my knight. Why should I have taken that with my knight though? If I'd done that, why should I have done that? I guess it keeps my pawn in the center instead of sort of off to the side. Because when it shifts off to the side, then it's under threat of more pieces. I don't quite understand why the pawn taking it wasn't as good as the knight taking it. In fact, the knight taking is the only move that even lights up here. And now he's put me into check with his rook. And then my only real move is to move my king. Here it says he should move his knight, but what does he do? He moves his knight. Why does he move his knight there? Like, why? What's the actual reason for that knight move? Is it just to develop a piece? Because when my king's here, what's this? What sort of threat is this actually doing against me? Like, what does that move do for him in that situation? I'm sure it does something. The engine says it's the best move. I don't understand it, though. I moved my pawn up, which was an absolute potato move, and I knew that was just a potato move at the time. I shouldn't have done it. Then he's moved his queen away. I moved my king. Instead of moving my bishop, now that's 2 turns now. It says I should have moved my bishop there. I guess it unpins this bishop. And it protects my... Yeah, that's a good move. I should have done that ages ago, because it protects the rook, unpins this bishop from the king, and he's on the dark square, so if I was ever able to launch an attack, I might have wanted to be able to use that one, because it's, dark square bishop's not pinned to the king anymore. And it protects that. I can protect that as well now. No, I can't, because it's just unpinned. I could move it there. I'm a little bit more free with that one. And that one protects these two, which I like. That was definitely the best move, I think. And it was lit up twice, and I didn't see it either time. Okay, so then I moved my king over to b6. He doesn't do... The best move it says is to move his rook over, but he actually keeps me in check with the knight to d5. Which I should take, hopefully. Yes, I did. Thank God. And then it says his best move is to push this pawn down. That's not what he does, though. His rook comes down, I believe. Yes, his rook comes down. It says his best move there was to go here, I guess to threaten here, and it stops the king's escape on this square too. I can see how that would be a good move. I can see how that's the best move there. But he brought his rook down, and it says my best move would be to take my bishop to here, I guess, because that threatens him and protects this just in case this tries to come and take it. But I'm already blocking it, so I don't know what to talk about. What did I do? I moved my rook, and then he takes my knight, which is completely undefended. I just gave him a hanging knight there, that's just atrocious. Look at my ELO. This is some 1000 ELO, boys. Then I pull my bishop all the way out there, which is not a suggested move. Look, I should have threatened his rook here with my bishop. I just didn't see it. Instead, I brought the other bishop all the way out here for absolutely no apparent reason. What is this bishop actually doing? Like, what is this bishop actually doing? It's not defending anything. It's not attacking anything. That is a terrible move. I might even say that's maybe the biggest blunder of the game so far. That I can see. I don't know if the engine would agree, but that's the worst move that I've played all game to me, because it does nothing. It achieves absolutely nothing. He's brought his pawn down, and then look, I have to move the bishop, and even there, it says threaten the rook, because if he takes, then I take, and if he retreats, then at least my bishop's here in a better spot. Much better spot than so I didn't mean to get that one there. Much better spot than where it is now. So I retreat my bishop, just completely wasting. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Waste of 2 turns, absolute waste. That was just terrible. He comes and kills my bishop, and I can't do anything about it. It says my best move is to move my rook to c6. Okay, now it says I should move to d there. I guess because if he goes there, then I can take, or if he goes there, I can take. If he goes there, I can take. So it's okay. I can understand that. Which I did that, and then he didn't take. He. Oh no! Wait, does he take? No, he brings his pawn down to attack my knight. And instead it says there I should have forked his 2 pawns, but I didn't. I went for the worst check of all time because I was running low on time. I went for a check there. He takes. I retake. He moves his king. It says I should have moved my knight here. It says I should have moved my knight here. If my knight went there, then it says that's his best move. I'm in check. Right. Whoa. The engine is dirty. Okay. So anyway, he moved his down there. I moved my knight backward. I moved my rook over to c2 and took his hanging pawn, which just achieved absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Then he was able to just use his pawn and take my knight. I had to retreat with my king. Then he gets a free bishop. I moved this pawn up for no apparent reason. He keeps me in check with his queen. I move my king up. He moves his rook up, keeps me in check again. Move my king over to a3, which I didn't really have a choice there. He moves his queen to a5, and then I don't have any choice but to move my king to b2. He just bypasses that. He could have taken my pawn there, but he moved his queen to b4 instead of b5. I think they both would have had the same effect, but he would have got an extra piece. I'm still in check. I move my king to what it says is actually the wrong side. Why would that be the best side? If I went there, why is that the best side? I don't know. I don't know why that's the best side. But I didn't move it there. I moved it over to c1. He moved his queen up. I should have moved my pawn up, my a7 pawn to a5. But I didn't. I moved my rook over to d2. Then he doubled his rook on the b file. Not doubled his rook. Supported his queen on the b file with his rook. I moved up my pawn, not really knowing what I'm doing. He moves his queen up to b2, puts me into check. I have one move, so I do that move. I move my king over to d1. He moves his rook over to c4. I promote, and then he just checkmates me there on the spot. And he promotes me back there on the spot. Okay. So I've seen what happened. I don't really understand, besides like one super obvious one, what my biggest blunders were, what I could do better in general, and sort of why I suck so bad. Need more practice, more of an understanding as well. I'd like. So that's the end of that video. Catch you later.